Joe Omene, sir.
Brendo.
We want to thank you for sharing your time with us today. Let's go straight to the point. The boiling issue across Delta State right now, the visit of the UPU to former governor, Senator Okowa, led by the UPU President General, Barrister Gam. So many social media has been agog, so much criticism that at this time that Dr. Okowa is under investigation by the EFCC. Why should UPU go for that courtesy visit? As a former President General of the Rero Progress Union, sir, we want to get your thoughts on this issue.
Henry, thank you very much. To me personally, it wasn't necessary. Assuming he was celebrating his birthday or some other kind of celebration, it would have been a different matter. If he was arrested by EFCC and he spent some days in EFCC detention and it was now granted bail, what is there to celebrate in the first instance? And he was not detained because of the interest of the Yoruba nation. Not that he did something in the interest of the Yoruba nation, and because of that he was being detained by government. See a situation whereby he is being accused of embezzling about 1.3 trillion. That money was supposed to be used to develop the oil producing area of Delta State. So it was the money at stake. It's our money. It's not money meant to develop Delta North. Somebody here is being accused of embezzling the money, and you are going, the Yoruba umbrella body is going to congratulate him. Does it make sense to you? It doesn't make sense to me. As UPU President General, I wouldn't have done that. What about the Shekiris? Did they go? The Isokos, did they go? The Jaws, did they go? Even his own and Yoma people, did they go to pay him a congratulatory visit for being accused of embezzling 1.3 trillion naira? And now, again, assuming he was found not to be guilty, he has been found not to be guilty, and you go to pay him congratulatory visit, okay, it can be seen in another way. And say, oh, the man was wrongly accused of it, and thank God he was set free. It's not so. It's bail we are talking of. So when many Yorubas are angry, that anger is well founded. In our time, we became government enemy number one because we were fighting for the interests of the Yoruba people. Odua came, he brought somebody they call Tony Ubu. We UPU said over our dead body, if we wanted money, the government would have gladly given us some money. We didn't want that. We went as far as to meet the President General at that time. We said no, it must be an Yoruba governorship candidate. And the governor and the president, after so much pressure from us, agreed and said that, look, Governor Odua, go and produce an Yoruba man as the governorship candidate of PDP. It was at this point that Odua invited us and told us that we should allow him to pick somebody of his choice. Even before then, we look at the federal structure at that time, and saw that we, the Yorubas, were marginalized. From this pressure, continuous pressure, that was why Dr. Steve Oru was made Minister of Niger Delta. What can they tell us? Which reason can they give? for going to meet somebody that was accused of siphoning our 1.3 trillion is still under investigation. The matter is not over. And yet you are going to congratulate him. Congratulating him for what? This same, you see, some time ago, not too far ago, what happened? A whole Robo community was invaded by the military. Only God knows how many people were killed. And it was a no-go area for the inhabitants of that place, simply because they had dispute with an Ijaw community. And because of that, they were invaded. And they had no access to so many things. What did the UPU under Esegam do? They could not even come out to condemn that action of the military. I can say they did not come out simply maybe because of one or two reasons. One, there will be no personal benefit from it. The people have no money to give to them. And two, they were afraid to defend the interests of their people. Even one of our royal fathers was detained for several weeks. They did not do anything. Again, look at this visit. There's nothing wrong if the PG decides to go and pay a visit to the former governor because of that arrest, detention. No problem. It's a few members, no problem. But he carried the entire structure of the Robo nation. The entire structure. What do I mean by entire structure? His ESCO, the women body, the youth body. Abba. To congratulate him for being released on bail.
Worship, there's this information that meeting had been scheduled for several months. I can't confirm this now. That it was scheduled for several months. That they were supposed to go there to thank Okowa, giving Delta and Robo governor in Governor Sheriff Oborowori. There's this argument. It will be that if the thing have coincided with the period of the arrest.
Okay, thank you, Henry. How long ago has Oborowori been sworn in as governor?
Over a year, sir.
Not over a year, about 1.5 years ago.
Yes.
So you want to tell me that for 1.5 years ago they did not do that until now? And you see, there are certain things you want. There's a thing, even if it has been planned down before, and something negative happen. What do? You put it on hold. Because if you do it to coincide, it does not make sense to the average Robo man. It does not make sense. So in a summary, I personally, and when I was PG of UPU, I would not have done that. They don't consult. When he came on board, he came to meet me they came to meet me here, and they said he will be consulted. Throughout my tenure, as when General David Ejo was alive, he was former PG. I was always putting a call through to him. I was always going to his house. This thing that is happening in this country, how does it affect Robo? How do we go about it? It is said that 2 hairs are better than 1. You understand me? So if you see that where I am the President General, so no problem, I can do what I want without consulting. When you consult, it does not mean that your authority is taken from you. When you consult, the advantage is that the opinion you may have, the other one may have different opinion, or even the same opinion. But if the opinions are different, you know how to amend, to bring it together. It does not consult. There's nothing they have done. Say, okay, Chief Omene, you've been on this seat before. In a situation like this, what happens? Look at a situation, another one. They've been there. How, things that affect the Urhobo nation nationally, they don't say one word. The federal government, you see, in all the several universities, we have in federal university, we have in Nigeria, the polytechnics, the NC, not one Urhobo man was the chairman. Not one Urhobo man was even given membership of a board. What did they say about it? Nothing. It was myself that came out to make noise about it. And then before one Urhobo man was given a position, it's not too good. Well, if they decide to change for the better, very good. But if they want to continue, I know that all these things, when doing it, after 3 years now, what will happen? They say the kings, government will direct the kings to endorse him and then for a second tenure. Whether there's any other patriotic Urhobo man who can do it better, it doesn't matter to the government of the day, because the one that will always do their bidding is the one that they will pick.